Hello, everybody. It's time to talk about my favorite horror movies. Hello, everybody. Peter the Book Lover here. And in this video, I'm going to talk about my favorite horror movies. This is my countdown from 100 of my favorite horror movies. Now, this is my own personal list. You might disagree with my list, but this is my personal list. Um, if you want to, please leave comments. Like, you could leave negative comments, you could leave positive comments, or you could actually do the best kind of comment and comment on your video, because I'd love to watch your opinion of your top 100 horror movies. After putting this list together, I checked out a bunch of videos, and I'm surprised at how different each person's list is. So everybody's got their own personal list. So let's get into this. This is the third episode. This is from 80 to 71. And I've got some great movies here. Let's get into them. Okay, number 80. Number 80 is a very good horror movie. Actually, this movie would actually be higher on the list, but it's kind of a bright setting. It's a great movie. This is Tremors. It's got Kevin Bacon in it, and it's a very good Kevin Bacon movie. I don't know the other actor's name that was in there with him, but it's a fantastic movie about these creatures that are underground that are attacking people and coming up and eating people. And they're pretty dangerous. They're pretty cool. They're like these worms, and it's a very good movie. I really enjoyed this movie. They've made several sequels to this. They've even made a series of this. And the only movie that I really like is the first movie. Tremors is number 80. Excellent movie. I think you should check it out if you haven't. Now, number 79. That is going to be a very dark movie. And I think this movie is got a really cool character. The character of Pinhead. Number 79 is the movie Hellraiser. This is the very first one, and I found this to be a very cool movie. I love the character of Pinhead. He's very interesting. I really enjoy seeing the Cenobites coming after people. And the box is a very cool box. If you have not seen Hellraiser, I think you'll dig this one. This one was pretty cool. Okay, number 78. Now, this is a movie about cars coming alive and attacking people. This is a Stephen King movie that was directed by Stephen King, and it's got great music in it. This is Maximum Overdrive. This is a fantastic movie. I like this movie a lot. And it really stands the test of time with me personally. I've rewatched this recently, and I had a lot of fun. And everybody's got to love that truck that's got the Green Goblin face on it. I just love it. The AC/DC music is fantastic. Some of the scenes are wonderful, like a pop machine attacking people. There's also a scene in a restaurant where somebody's handsaw comes to life and starts chopping people up. Oh, it's a fantastic movie. I enjoyed this a lot. A lot of people I know don't enjoy it as much as I do, but I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. Maximum Overdrive is number 78. Let's get into 77. And now this is a sequel. Now, the first movie of this series is fantastic. It's really high on this list. But this sequel is a great sequel. This is Halloween 2. And I think this was a fantastic sequel. I love the scenes in the hospital. There's a scene to where there's a guy walking around with a radio, and he runs into the character of Michael Myers, and I just love that jump scare. There's other parts of this that is fantastic. I love the setting. I love the ending. And it's a pretty good movie. I really enjoyed it a lot. Halloween Part 2. That is number 77. Okay, let's get into movie number 76. Now, this one's a pretty cool movie about bugs that are human sized, that are disguised as humans, and they attack people. And it's got some great scenes. This is the movie Mimic. And I really enjoyed this movie. This is a great horror movie. It's not really popular, but I thought it was fantastic. It's got this weird part to it with this kid that can mimic the mimic. And it's pretty cool. The explanation is pretty cool as well. I kind of liked it. So, Mimic is number 76. Okay, number 75. Now, 75 is another sequel. The first movie is way better, but this is a very good sequel. I enjoyed it quite a bit. The Omen Part 2. It's got some pretty good scenes to it. It's, I don't know if you should know The Omen. And the second part is where he's like a teenager. He's in military school. And you don't know if he's, he doesn't seem to be very evil. But at the end of the movie, you actually see that he is actually the son of the devil. And it's pretty cool. I like this one a lot. The Omen Part 2. That is number 75. Now, 74, this one's a great book as well as a movie. I love this book. This book is great, and this movie is great too. I love this movie. This is a movie about a group of Satanists taking over a woman, and they con her, and they wind up getting her impregnated by the devil. This is Rosemary's Baby. This is a great movie. I really enjoyed this a lot. The book is incredible as well. I really enjoyed the book as much as I enjoyed the movie. Ruth Gordon is an actress that I've seen in other things, and she does a great performance of like brainwashing this woman, and she seems like an annoying neighbor, but she's actually a lot more nefarious than she leads on. And it's a tripped out movie. It's got a scene to where she thinks she's having a dream, but she's not having a dream. And plus, this guy, I don't know the actor that plays her husband in this, but he is like a really awful person at the end of this movie. At the end of this movie, you would not like this guy at all. Great movie. Great music. Interesting part about Rosemary's Baby is this was filmed at the location that John Lennon got shot. So if you haven't checked it out, Rosemary's Baby is definitely a movie that's worth checking out. Okay. Number 73 is based off of the book I Am Legend. Now, I Am Legend is a fantastic book. And this is called The Last Man on Earth. This is a movie starring Vincent Price, and he's like alone in the world, and he's surrounded by these vampire type creatures. And he actually is being stalked by a friend of his. And the interesting thing about this movie is that Richard Matheson, the guy that wrote I Am Legend, wasn't really impressed with this movie. But anybody that's seen the movie with Will Smith of I Am Legend, the movie called I Am Legend, and they have read the book, they'll see that it's a little bit different than the book. This is really close to the book, a lot closer than the Will Smith movie. I do like the Will Smith movie, but this was fantastic. I love it. That's going to be The Last Man on Earth. That's number 73. Number 72. This is another sequel on this list. A lot of people might not like this movie as much as I like this movie, but this has some great scenes in it. The beginning scene, they're on a bus. This is Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. And the beginning scene when they're on the school bus and you see the hand where it becomes Freddy Krueger and it's a nightmare. And oh, the beginning of this movie is fantastic. It's got some scenes that are really great. There's one scene to where he's telling the person that he's like stalking, he goes, "You've got the body, I've got the brains," and he like rips open his brain. Oh yes, this is a fantastic Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I really liked it. There are better movies in the series, but I thought this was a pretty cool sequel, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. And finally, this is going to be the last movie I'm going to talk about in this video. This is a very good movie. I recently read this book. This is another Stephen King story. This is Christine, the story about a haunted car. Now, the book and the movie are a little bit different than each other. This is a John Carpenter movie, and he did a fantastic job with this movie. The car is beautiful. I love a lot of the scenes with this car. And which is really cool that I like a lot is that the book and the movie are different from each other. And the book is great. I mean, I'm surprised that a lot of people do not put that higher on their list. But I really enjoyed Christine. Christine is a great book and it's a great movie. And this is number 71. And that's the last movie that I'm going to talk about in this video. If you're enjoying these videos, I thank you for coming by. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, maybe you would actually put these movies somewhere else on your list. If you made a list of your top 100 horror movies, I'd love to hear it because I'm a big horror movie fan. Now, some of your favorites might not be on my list because, you know, I have a different taste for movies than you do, but I really enjoy all these movies, and the next video is going to be even better. These videos are going to get better as we go along. I've got some great ones coming up. In my opinion, these are some great movies here, and I want to thank you for coming by, and if you can you please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you like the video, please give it a like. Comments, all kinds of comments are welcome. I love negative comments, positive comments. You know, if you disagree with me, like a lot of people might say that Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 isn't really that good. I gotta disagree. I like a lot of scenes in that movie, and I love the setting of it, especially the beginning. The beginning is fantastic. But that's it for this video. I want to thank you for coming by, and I hope to see you the next video. See ya.